Hey, everybody, welcome to What's More Metal, the only podcast where two badass comedians talk about the most metal shit in the universe. With me, as always, is the kin to my Ryu, the Prometheus to my Space Jam, Dan Weber.
I thought you were going to say Prometheus to my Bob.
The Prometheus to my fire. What do you want me to? You want me to get romantic with it?
No.
Comedian Dan Weber, right
the
over
Rick
here.
to your Morty.
The Rick to my Morty. I like Prometheus to my Space Jam. I think that's great.
Yeah.
All right, fuck you guys. We're gonna start like this. We're gonna start like this.
Oh, you mean are you talking about the two movies?
Yeah. What did you think I meant?
I've never seen Space Jam, so I didn't know if Prometheus was a character in it or not.
Oh. Well,
And I was talking about a Nickelodeon show.
called Space Jam?
No, Prometheus and Bob.
It's not Phoebe and Ferb, is what you're thinking of.
Phineas and Ferb?
That's the one.
That's not what I'm thinking of.
Start this whole thing over. This immediately sucked. All right. I'm comedian Nariko with us as always super producer Randy.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Can we pull out from the nosedive that would already happen? Jesus hell. I love you guys' yes and skills real great. I love the no what? What the fuck is happening? That's dumb. Holy shit, give up.
Well, I mean,
Fucking
if you
so
say,
dynamite.
If you say two things that have nothing in common
What are you
with one
talking
another,
about? They're both science fiction. One's
What?
Prometheus, and the other one,
Space Jam
Yeah.
and Prometheus,
they're science
not even
fiction movies.
remotely
They're
related to one
total
another.
sci-fi movies.
Oh God,
Oh, really? Marvin the Martian. That guy's just normal.
it's a fucking cartoon.
right in space.
Yeah, but that doesn't make it a science fiction movie.
It doesn't make it a basketball film. It's not a sports film.
Dude, Prometheus is more a sports film than Space Jam is a science fiction movie.
Well, I'll tell you, it was a real slam dunk at the box office. Oh my God. All right. God damn it. I'm so mad. I'm just anyway. The Mario to my Star Wars. I don't give a shit. Fuck you.
He's the popcorn to my tiger.
I'll do it all day.
We'll just
Give a
random
It
bullshit.
wasn't random. They're both sci-fi. They're both deep sci-fi films. You're telling me you didn't read the books, the Space Jam novels? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
I've not read them.
You never read the Space Jam novels.
I did not read the novelization of Space Jam.
You didn't. You don't know what's canon and what isn't
Yeah, it's true.
in the Space Jam films.
In the Space Jam universe.
Oh, God.
SJU. The Space Jam universe.
Randall Lawrence over here in the Cranival Studios, coming from beautiful, wonderful, gray and rainy, the way I fucking like it, Portland, Oregon.
Oh, back to normal.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
been great today.
Fuck yeah. It's I'm loving it. Now we can, the birthplace of no umbrellas.
Yeah.
Love that. What is going on? Let's see. My week been a little weird. I'm going through this thing I do where I don't know if it's just general procrastination, the creepingness of my depression, or just being in a relationship, but my life has fallen apart. It's no, it's that thing where you let one or two things go, where you're just like,
Yeah.
I'll do laundry tomorrow. I'm too tired to work out today. Next thing you know, you've been sleeping on a pile of trash for a month, and you're like, and eating out of tin cans, and you're just like, okay, what's going on? And like, so that's completely what's happening to me right now. I've been sleeping on a bare mattress with next to a pile of clean clothes, and using the clean sheet that I've washed as a pillowcase over my naked pillow. That's just where my life is right now. I've been doing that for like a week and a half. It's fucking, I don't know what's going, I literally just like wake up, I'm like, what the fuck I'm like, all right, time to get it together. I'm clear of, just drifted into a fucking pothole of some kind. Don't know what that's about. I don't know. Does that ever happen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
I currently am fighting the onset of that something fierce.
There's some kind of life entropy that happens. I don't know what the
Yeah.
fuck it is.
I've
You
got a
gotta-
basket of folded clothes on the other side of that wall that are clean. Just needs to be put in the dresser that the basket that the clothes are in are touching.
And you sealed them into the wall. Is what you're saying. You're like, you just cask of Amontillado it. You just put it in the wall. Fuck you. Seal it up.
Yeah.
It's a time capsule for some future.
Here's a fat man's clothes from 2019.
They're still in fashion. That's funny. Yeah, dude, it's a fucking it's just been happening. I will segue out of this. Last night, Dan and I did the open mic at Helium Comedy Club,
Yeah.
and Dan fucking crushed so fucking hard with
It's true.
I don't want to give anything away, but with a bit I'm gonna call "Where'd All the Jizz Go?"
Yeah.
Holy
yeah.
shit,
I'll tell it right now.
dude! You fucking to quote a saying that Dan and I like to say, which is he stump fucked their neck holes.
Yeah. Yeah. It went over way better than I anticipated.
It was.
But
so good.
I got an assist from the crowd. So basically, like, and this is just something I thought of Monday. I think Monday, I was sitting around and I was just like, for some reason, bored, and I'm like, I wonder how much volume is in a single jizz load. You know, how much is that?
Yeah.
And then
You're like, how much is in my belly button right now?
yeah. How much did I paint my stomach with earlier today?
It seems like a lot.
It seemed like a lot, but so I looked it up, and it's a pretty big range. It goes from a quarter of a teaspoon all the way to 1 teaspoon, but I just said it was a half.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, oh, then I let that sit in my brain for a minute, and then my brain was like, oh, well, how many men can come in the U.S.? And I'm like, I'm just guessing 100 million, right?
Yeah.
So,
It's
and
like
then I was
150
like,
million.
how often do they jerk off? And I'm like, well, conservatively once a week. So that is 50 million teaspoons of jizz per week.
Yeah.
Then I was like, oh, well, how much is that in a year? It's 2.5 billion teaspoons of jizz, which turns out to be 3.2 million gallons of jizz per year that we produce. And I was just like, where the fuck is it? And this lady in the front row was like, I know. And I'm like, what? And she's like, I swallowed it. And I was like, man, this lady's looking for a husband. Like that's
Yeah, you smack. No, but the best part is you keep going with the math. So
Oh,
first
yeah.
people are like grossed out, then they're like, oh my god, then it keeps happening, and then you wrapped it up at the end. You're like, that's filling one of the World Trade Center towers
75% of the way to the top.
75%.
It's 1/3 of the Exxon Valdez spill. And that's only if it's once a week, right? Which is bullshit. It's definitely once a day.
So, but yeah, you just kept going with it,
So-
which made it because the crowd just kept escalating their
Yeah.
oh my gods and like yeah,
Yeah.
and then that lady was like, I know where it is. They're like
I was
send
gonna,
that stomach pump at the hospital.
yeah. I was trying to come up with like
Cost
I
me
was talking to
$200.
somebody else afterwards, and I was like, yeah, man, if it'd been in the Twin Towers when that plane hit, like if it had been full of just a fucking semenami of fucking jizz would go through. Semenami or Sukaki. The two that I
Semenami is so funny.
Semenami is better than Sukaki.
Fuck.
But I was just, and it was like, it would be like when the doors in The Shining opened, and
Yeah.
instead of blood just flooding through, it'd just be pearly jizz fucking washing a bunch of cops away.
God, do you imagine if like the plane hit and it was just like boom? And you're like, that's ugh.
It would be a splash.
It's just stuck like a spider web. Yeah, I don't know. I was crying laughing, and then you bailed right after that to hit like another mic or something. I didn't get a chance.
I had a show after
Oh.
that, but yeah, I was just.
Yeah.
I mean, I did the math, and I was like, it horrified me, and I'm like, I'm gonna give this to everybody else.
Yeah. That was
You can all keep this in your brain now. And then I did it mostly for Dirty Dozen.
Oh, okay.
Because I haven't written a dirty joke in a minute.
Yeah.
And I knew that joke was great when I got off stage, and Alex Falcone was like, "That was gross," and I'm like, "Thanks, Grandpa."
Dude, you definitely you wrapped it up with you're like, I thought about all that and now it's in your heads. You just like walked off stage. I'm like, that rocks. Yeah, dude, that was such a good bit.
And
man.
you're gonna be thinking about you're gonna when you're falling asleep,
Yeah.
you're gonna be in your head 3/4 of the way full. Jesus Christ. It's 3/4 of a Twin Towers worth of jizz. It's
just
467,000 cubic feet.
It's the 9 of a 9/11.
For sure. But yeah, if they do it once a week, man, it's even much worse.
Oh my god, it's got to be way more than
Yeah,
that.
it's probably once a day. In which case, it would fill both Twin Towers to the fucking top,
Easy. Yeah.
and then fill another tower halfway full.
And Tower 7.
And it was 2 times the amount of oil that was spilled in the Exxon Valdez. Because that was only 11 million gallons of oil, and it would be 24.5 million gallons of
damn it.
jizz.
This is such a gift for the listener, too.
Yeah. Congratulations. Now you know. Now you know. And now you can never unknow.
Yeah, that's so fun.
Sometimes
Did you okay. In the Exxon Valdez was full of jizz. Imagine the pelicans
Oh
just
god.
on the beach.
Oh
Just hitting those pelicans with Kleenex and socks. Get 'em.
Try to clean them off.
Just
What is this whole beach
Dirty
smell
shirts.
why does this whole beach smell like the trees outside my house, of my apartment complex?
Dude, I honestly I thought about the next thing I was thinking about doing is figuring out how much does dried jizz weigh? Like a teaspoon of dried jizz. How much does that weigh?
Well, you're doing God's work.
So I can figure out how many tons of jizz powder would be existing.
Well, okay. Well, first I have to weigh the sock before.
Yeah, and then after.
And then after.
I mean, for an experiment.
Yeah. I have to, for a comedian, that means you have to weigh the shirt you got for whatever comedy festival
Yeah.
beforehand. And then once
after.
again afterward,
Yeah.
a week later.
Or you could just weigh your girlfriend beforehand and then weigh her afterwards. Just be like, well, this is it.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. So, I mean,
looking it
that's that kind of shit sends me down some rabbit holes. That's how I figured out how big the mountain would be at Foreskin Mountain. Because I figured out what are the dimensions of the average foreskin and went from there.
Oh, fuck. It was so fucking funny, man. Yeah, I love that bit. You bailed before I got a chance to talk to you about it last night, so I definitely wanted to bring it up now.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was a
it was
fucking
good.
good one.
It was good that you never know,
Yeah. Anything else happened to you this week?
I mean, I did the I've just been unemployed and trying not to fall in that same pit,
Just doing that jizz math.
Just doing that jizz math and doing a lot of. I'm trying to keep to the same schedule that I had when I was working.
Yeah.
And then trying to work on my own shit for 8 hours every day.
Yeah. Fucking that rules. I've been trying to feed myself not shit, not garbage, and failing really badly. So this just came up actually today. What's More Metal was just voted best podcast to wrap up your romantic evening with by Necrophiliacs Magazine, and I thought that was so nice of them. It's the only bi-weekly corpse fucking magazine.
I thought it was called Necrofuck.
That's the other one.
That's the other one?
Yeah,
that's
was
the competing.
Yeah, that was most metal podcast to or best podcast to share with that special someone.
Yeah,
by Necrofuck Magazine.
It's like Playhouse. Wow, fuck that one up. Playboy versus Penthouse.
Right. Yeah, they're competing.
Yeah.
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 And what would the Hustler be?
Hustle.
Stump fuck quarterly. Because
SFQ.
Hustler was always like the most fucked. I mean, it was the one that went the farthest.
Hustler was rot ass.
Yeah.
It's rot ass is the hustler of Jesus Christ. Puss. Got Dan when he was mid-drink.
Oh man, that is bad. Puss quarterly.
Blah. But yeah, anyway, thank you guys. Thank you, Necrophiliacs Monthly. Yeah, thank you. Very cool to get those shout outs. It's always nice to get reviewed and
and have people really enjoy what you're doing.
Yeah, and a legitimate journal.
Yeah.
That's fucking great. Today's episode, we're doing most metal invasive insect species.
All right.
I did great.
Yep.
And I'm sure that'll be here. Auto-tune that later. Don't take it out. Just make it. Yeah. Don't take that out and fix it. Just auto-tune it so it sounds perfectly in pitch. Species. I don't know.
Species.
Yeah, perfect. We're doing most metal insect species and most metal military unit nickname.
Yeah.
Which was super fucking cool, actually.
Yeah, that was pretty rad. That was a good one.
So to decide who gets to go first, we do the most metal thing possible. Let's roll 20-sided die. We're going to be rolling, as always, the soon-to-be-released on Patreon What's More Metal brand 20-sided die.
Yep.
Where the one is What's More Metal, because we are the
number one podcast to fuck to.
Number one podcast to fuck to by
Puss
Magazine.
Puss Magazine. Oh, also Puss Magazine? Because it was
yeah.
It was originally Fuckcast Magazine.
Fuckcast, yes, but also Puss.
Ah.
Yeah, I don't know if we're getting so many good reviews.
Yeah.
So many good reviews. And the 20, the natural 20 says Natch Twombo because it makes Dan mad.
Yeah.
So
sure does.
I'm waiting for us to get one.
It hasn't happened yet.
A 13. Nothing. No joke there.
Yeah. Let's leave that one alone.
The 13th is the plane hits in the jizz-filled Twin Tower.
Yeah.
The 15. Yeah.
Yeah.
The legal age of consent in Alabama.
Yeah. Yikes. I didn't. That's weird that you know that.
Probably true, honestly.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, like, legitimate. That means Dan gets to go first. I think we're going to start with military unit nicknames because this was bad as fuck.
Yeah, it was super fun.
Really fun. Dan, what is your choice?
Ooh, boy. There was a lot of them.
Are you looking up age of consent in Alabama right now, Randy?
I am going to.
Yeah,
but
could
I was
you?
looking up to see if we
I have a
could
trip
use-
coming up, and I really need to know. Oh, also, can you look up the the freshness date of most dead bodies?
The freshness date.
What is it?
It's 16.
Ugh, that's still not good.
It's not.
It's
great.
better than I thought, but
Only
still
a
not
year.
good. Good Lord.
Look up New Mexico.
Oh, why?
You'll see.
Oh no! What? Is that where they film Powder? Is that how you know that?
17.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm gonna look these up now.
Oh, is that
You
where?
keep doing this.
Is
I'm
that
gonna-
where Winger wrote that song?
I'm gonna
No,
compile some data.
Lowest age of consent in America, and you're like, oh, the FBI's locking my laptop. What? Ugh, this is. I don't know if I want to send this news out to people. Blech.
Yes.
We don't need to talk about it anymore.
Well, I'm waiting for you to fucking give your.
Oh,
your
so
choice.
I'm waiting for you. Anyway,
You, all right, you're the one that yes-anded it with New Mexico.
it's true. That was my bad. So my choice for most metal military unit nickname is for the 11th Military Intelligence Company, and their nickname are the Wizards of War. And I fucking love that shit, man.
That fucking rocks.
Yeah, they're just like I mean, it's just because they're supposedly smart or whatever.
Right.
But just the Wizard of War in general is fucking tight as
Wizard
hell.
of War is fucking real goddamn tight.
Yeah.
That fucking man. Yeah, that just sounds like a Black Sabbath song.
Yeah.
Like
it
straight
really
up.
does. It sounds like a Black Sabbath or Iron Maiden song.
Yeah. Wizards of War. Merlin, cast A-bomb on Hiroshima. God damn, that's fucking sick.
Yeah. So that was my choice. When I saw
Wizards
it.
of War.
Wizards of War.
I would play that game. Whatever that fucking game is, I'd play the
It
shit
was a
out of it.
game.
Was Wizards of War a game?
Yeah.
Was a tabletop game?
No, it's an arcade game.
Was it really?
Yeah.
What's,
I believe so.
What system? What thing?
No,
What
it was a stand-up.
Oh,
cabinet.
a stand-up cabinet.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
What,
And it-
like 80s, 90s? Give
80s.
me. Don't just.
It was
fucking
definitely
drop
80s.
Some info.
I've got the internet here. Give me a sec.
God.
Yeah. It was from the 80s. It was the graphics were 80s.
80s, right?
Right.
So peak
Yeah.
video game.
It
The
came out New
best.
Year's Eve, 1980.
Yeah.
Oh shit! So it's like Pong.
Yeah, I played it when I was a kid.
What? Okay. What's
And
it look like?
Like a.
Sorry, this is
honestly, it
like
looks
a-
like Pac-Man.
It looks like a little bit. It's kind of like Pac-Man or like Berserk.
only a bayonet stabs you in the groin if you fucking die. Fuck yes.
Yeah, it has a setup very similar to Pac-Man.
Damn, that should have came up on our Atari episode. Frankly.
Oh no, it wasn't an Atari game.
No, it's a Midway game.
Oh, okay. So
it
it
was
was
an-
just released on.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's fucking.
I mean, Atari may very well have
They
like
did.
remade it, but
They ported it. Atari 8-bit, Commodore 64, the 2600, and the 5200. They renamed it the Incredible Wizard for the Bally Astrocade.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. My choice, Dan and Randy, for most metal military unit nickname is for the 28th Infantry Division of the U.S. Army, the Bloody Bucket.
yeah, that's one on my list.
That is so fucking sick.
That's rad.
They're
Yeah.
given that name because they were originally called the Keystone Division, but then they acquired that nickname by German forces during World War II. The Nazis called them that because their emblem looks like a bloody bucket.
Okay.
Yeah. To me, it looks like an arrow, a downward pointing like arrowhead, but with the tip cut off.
It
Yeah.
almost looks like a missing puzzle piece to a Canadian flag puzzle.
Right. Oh, okay, I can see that.
Yeah,
But it's definitely a it looks more like a keystone than anything else. But
Yeah.
the bloody bucket is fucking tight.
yeah,
Just like, oh yeah, we're just a bucket of blood fucking coming at
That's
like
fucking dope.
that's sick.
yeah,
Like, I mean, what a bloody bucket! Like either like, oh, we're just a bunch of guys going out to die, or we're out there to spill blood. We're out there.
Yeah.
We're out there to collect just a gruesome amount in an
Yeah.
opened air container. Just everything about a bucket of blood is fucking sick as shit.
Dope
And
as fuck.
Nazi blood.
Nazi
let's be-
blood. So obviously, super great.
Yeah, the bloody bucket, the 28th Infantry Division. So those are our choices for most metal. We're going to put these up on Instagram, maybe. We're actually banking a bunch of these ahead of time. So, whatever the winner is, we'll eventually let you know. We got some trips coming up. Randy, where are you going?
I'm going to Spain.
All right, go fuck yourself. Mr. Passport Stamp. Piece of shit. Asshole. Anyway, and I'm going to Hawaii. The beginning of.
Well, I'm going to Boise. No, fuck you. Somebody's a winner.
So we're banking a couple of these in advance, but we will put these up on our Instagram stories. We'll let you guys vote on them, and eventually we'll let you know who won. My choice was the 28th Infantry Division, the Bloody Bucket. Dan's was the Wizards of War.
Wizards of War.
The first
11th Military Intelligence.
Thank
Unit.
you. All right, and we'll let you guys decide which
Company.
one. Yes, we'll let you guys decide between the two of those which one's the most metal. Dan, did you have a backup one that didn't quite make the list?
I do, just because I tried to find out why they're called this,
Mm-hmm.
and I have no idea. But it's the 15th Infantry Regiment,
Uh-huh.
and their nickname is Old China Hands.
Old China hands?
Yeah.
What?
What?
You couldn't find anything on that one?
No, I looked it up. I don't know why they're fucking called that.
I'm guessing they mean like the plates.
I
I'm
don't
hoping.
I don't know, man.
Old or some Korean War shit where we
Yeah.
like actually fought China, but fuck.
Old China Hands.
Old China hands. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, man, that's fucking weird.
A lot of these nicknames are based on like what the emblem looks like.
Yeah.
Like it was like I know there was one that was it's like 2 lightning bolts on like a square, and so people called themselves the broken television set
Yeah.
for the broken TV, because it just looked like a TV full of static and shit. So a lot of these are like weird like that, or they're what the enemy called them, and like or they're just or some like just somebody called them that once, and they fucking stuck as like a thing of pride. Old China hands.
Old China
Oh
hand.
yeah, old Florida foot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so don't you fuck with the 6th Infantry Unit. We're old Swamp Eye.
We're the 41st Armored Division, the old Utah face.
Old Utah face. Old Oklahoma hat.
Yeah. Dude, it's so weird.
Italy boot.
We're
The Italy boots.
we're the Italy boot or the French hangnail.
Yeah. Old lake ass.
Lake ass.
God damn it, that rocks. I love one that doesn't make any sense. Is almost
None at all. Yeah.
is almost better.
Yeah.
God, how about if you had to like, you're like in like, say you're in like an infantry unit, so you're on the front lines. It's gonna suck. Your life is like on the line.
Yeah.
And you're with old China hands.
Yeah.
Like that sucks.
You're already in the infantry, so you're fucking.
Yeah.
It's gonna.
But there was like what was that? It was an armored division. You were saying?
No. It's the 15th Infantry Regiment.
Damn. That means
So these
they're
are just
on
like
the front line.
Yeah.
They're just soldiers, like grunts. And like they're like, ugh, man. When you have a fucking nickname that's not super fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's us. Old plate face.
Look
Stop.
out.
Stop laughing. I gotta pull a bullet out of my buddy later.
With these old China hands.
Okay, this one isn't like, it's hard to. This one's always been one of my favorites, and it's because there's been I believe is it Sam Fuller did a movie on it, but the 1st Infantry Division, the Big Red One.
Yeah.
Their emblem is just a red one, and they also go by the Big Dead One because they go into battle first and fucking get chewed up. I think they lost 22,000 soldiers in World War II, but they were in it. They were in North Africa, Italy, and the D-Day invasion. Like they were a part of it. Yeah. And I think it's Sam Fuller. Will you look it up, Randy? I don't want to. I know his last name's Fuller. Is the director, but he made a bunch of movies, and he did one movie called The Big Red One. Yeah. And to me, that's like just tough. Yeah, we're the Big Red One. Like we have the.
That is Sam Fuller.
Yeah, Sam Fuller. Yeah, and his movies are real fucking gritty and badass. But he also, what's the other one he did? The Iron Helmet was a movie that Sam Fuller did, and it's about in World War II. They find a soldier's helmet with a bullet hole in it.
Steel helmet.
That's the steel helmet. It's got a bullet hole in it, and it's a bunch of guys fighting over it to see who gets to wear it because it's good luck. And like that's the movie. How fucking dark is that?
Yeah.
Like, anyway, Big Red One.
Big Red One.
And Sam Fuller was in the Big Red One too. By the way, that's why he did those movies. But yeah, real fucking badass. So I'm a big fan of that one.
I've got another one.
Yeah, keep going.
2nd Battalion, 4th Regiment in the Marines, U.S. Marine Corps, the Magnificent Bastards.
Yeah.
Which I fucking love. I just love the idea. Like that.
Yeah.
If I was fighting, that's what I would want to be called.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah. The Magnificent Bastards.
How do you not get a Magnificent Bastards tattoo?
Yeah, for sure.
Fuck yes. Dude, that rocks. Yeah, like that's just down straight through it, tough as fuck.
Yeah.
Fucking goddamn it. Yeah. Magnificent Bastards. Like I like that too. You wonderful fuck face.
You glorious dipshit.
You elegant asshole. You long white glove wearing twat. I love this is great. It's a great juxtaposition of two words. I fucking love it.
Elegant scumbag.
You delightful butt fucker. Yeah, Magnificent Bastards. Let's see. There was There was the 8th Armored Division. They're called the Iron Snake,
Yeah.
which is fucking sick.
Yeah.
They're an armored division, so it's tanks and shit.
Yep.
And the Iron Snake. And I'm sure that's just because they run in these fucking long columns and shit when they're going to and from. But that's fucking tight as fuck. They had a bunch of names that were just like all like that. But the Iron Snake was one of their nicknames, and I fucking thought that was bad as fuck.
So this one, I just, it's so out of place with all of the other nicknames.
Oh,
So it's the 176th Personnel Service Company.
Okay.
Their nickname is, with us, you're number one.
That's not a nickname.
That's what it is said in the fucking, it's their nickname. That's what they go by. It's a fucking sales slogan.
Yeah, it's a tagline.
God damn, yeah, that's...
Yeah, isn't that insane? Like that was listed amongst them all. Like that's the official nickname for the 176th Personnel Company.
Jesus Christ.
Just the HR department of the Army.
You
just
don't
like,
fuck with the 176th Personnel Division, the da-na-na-na-na, I'm loving it. You don't fuck with us.
Right? Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Hey, do you know who you're talking to? You're talking to a member of the of the We Are Farmers. Ba-ba-dum-bum-bum-bums. You don't fuck with us. Damn it.
Don't you dare disrespect those who are part of the Dude You're Getting a Dell team.
Yeah.
Bing, bing, bong, bing. It's just a fucking, it's just the Intel theme song. That's it. Not even a fucking words. What's your guys' nickname? Bong, bing, bong, bing.
Oh, my God.
Well,
fucking
I'm
rocks.
not going to fuck with you.
Oh, fuck. The only other one I had was for the 5th Infantry Division. They were called the Red Devils.
Yeah.
And they were named that after fighting the Germans at the Battle of Saint Mihiel in World War I. They have red diamonds on their shoulder patch, and that's their insignia. And Germans just kept getting surrounded and fucked up, so they just kept. That was the thing. They were just they were everywhere they went. These guys in red with the red insignia, so they were called them the Red Devils because they were just plaguing them.
Yeah.
Which is fucking tight. When the enemy gives you your name, that's pretty fucking
That's
sick.
pretty good.
Yeah.
So so pretty fucking badass. That's why we should in Portland we should start a ragtag infantry group called the Soy Boys. We should Soy Boys should step up, start doing
Yeah.
start fucking training, roundhouse kicks. Anyway, guys, I think I don't know. Do you have another one? I was gonna move on.
Nah.
Yeah.
I mean, I got one more,
These-
but it's just weird.
Yeah, these are all fucking badass. There was a shit ton to choose from. This was a really fun one to do. So definitely fucking awesome. If you guys have any other ones that you think we missed, man, fucking message us. Drop it in the fucking in the thing. I'll and leave a comment somewhere. Send us a message.
Real quick, could have said this at a better time, but what's more metal podcast at gmail.com.
Oh shit,
That's now active.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Ah, well,
Fuck yeah,
try it out.
yeah,
Give it a spin.
yeah.
Just email us whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
The darker, the better.
Send
Do
us
not
some
do any of that. What the fuck are you talking about? What the hell? You're all yeah, send us some spyware and shit. I don't give a fuck. Yeah.
Oh no, I'm not. Definitely not clicking on a link.
Hey, just fish our account, please. Would you just send us some
I know how to not fall for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been trained.
send
from
us a
several
link that
companies.
just completely hacks us. I don't know. If you were like whatever you want. The darker the better. Come fucking.
Well, no, just for like an email, not like a phishing scheme.
Just a bunch of old rotten.com images and shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well,
We'll repost that shit. I'll put that on Instagram.
my God. All right. Well, great.
I don't think you know what you're saying.
I
don't.
did see a picture of labia with 900 diamond earring studs in it. Yeah, it was
Okay.
real. So
Classic.
send that to Randall Lawrence at gmail.com. No. But yeah, that'd be fucking awesome. But anyway, fucking hit us up. Let us know if we missed any. We love to hear it. We'll give you a shout out and stuff if you're absolutely correct. Anyway, but I think that's gonna bring us to the next topic.
Next topic.
Okay. All right, so next topic is most metal invasive insect species. That's an insect species. Somebody put it where it don't belong.
Yeah.
And now it's causing a
lot
ruckus.
of trouble.
It's causing a ruckus. Dan
Some
went first
shit.
last time. I get to go first this time. How do you pick, you know? I went with Dan and Randy,
Yeah.
easily the most metal, the Asian Hornet, which, sure, sounds like a 1950s superhero TV show.
Yeah.
Or a kaiju movie.
It does, but it does kind of sound like Power Man or something,
Yeah.
but yeah, or Ultraman.
If
No,
I
but
remember
to
right,
me it
those
sounds
things
like
are fucking huge.
it's 1 inch long, which is plenty for a
Yeah.
fucking hornet.
Yeah.
I like it as a 1950s TV show, though. No one can stop the Asian Hornet, and then it's then some racist music happens. And then they thank you.
And then a white dude is it? Is
Yeah, and then
is the Asian
It's a
Hornet.
white guy with doing a brown face and shit. Yeah,
To be clear, the music I just did is Batman 66.
it was.
Go
It
on.
was.
Yeah.
Yes, but I was like, meh, easy, easy. Anyway, the Asian Hornet was accidentally released to southwestern France on a shipment of pottery from China in 2005. I'm assuming Hello Kitty mugs. Since that time, it's become widely established. It's fucking wreaking havoc. What the problem with the Asian Hornet is that its primary food source is bees.
Oh, shit.
They've had it for too good for too long, Randy. And so what they do is, and also they've killed 6 people in France.
Fun. There we go.
Their hives can be the size of a trash can, and hold up to 1,000 bees, 1 inch long bees. The queen bee about 1.5 inches. Their attack move, what they'll do is they'll hover outside of a bee. They'll tag a beehive of regular honeybees. Then they'll hover outside of it at the end of the day, and when bees are coming back all tired, they grab them in midair and cut their fucking heads off with their pinchers, and then fly the headless bodies back to the hive to feed on, or they'll attack as a swarm, a whole honeybee hive. The honeybees can't sting them because their hide's too strong, and they just go in and immediately just eat all their babies and leave. But the other thing, the only defense honeybees have against a hornet is that they mob them.
I've seen that video.
They mob them in
Yeah.
huge groups, completely cover them, and then vibrate as hard. And then what they do is in these lumps, they superheat the hornet,
Yeah.
and to 117 degrees,
Wow,
Just cook them to death.
and then they cook them to death.
that's
and-
fucking tight.
I guess a regular honeybee can survive up 118 degrees, and a hornet can only survive 115 degrees. So they just nuke. But it takes a shit ton of bees to kill one
you
bee.
have to,
So
you
they're
have to completely cover it.
yeah, and it
Yeah.
takes time. So yeah. So anyway, but the decapitating Asian
That's metal as fuck.
it's pretty fucking badass,
Yeah.
and that's why it's my choice. Asian Hornet.
Asian Hornet.
Batman 66.
Yeah, Batman 66. Cue the gong sound.
Yeah. Blameth.
I like we make a very specific point of not doing the racist, and then I'm like, but we just make sure you plug in that gong sound later.
Dude, my favorite. I don't know if you've seen the show. You know what the show, right? The Batman show.
Batman
my
66?
favorite. Yeah, my favorite episode of that was with Robin Hood.
Okay.
You know, because every time they punch somebody, normally they
Oh,
bring
yeah.
up something like blam or whatever.
Some onomatopoeia.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but for that one, it was just blameth and whammeth and shit like that.
Poweth, yeah.
Poweth. It was just fucking. It was ridiculous.
That's fucking hilarious.
It was fucking fun.
I will say the Batman 66 movie is legitimately fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's super fucking funny.
Is that the one where he does the Batusi?
That might be an episode. Maybe I can't remember if that's an episode or the movie. But in the movie, there's a part where he's hanging from a stuntman's hanging from a helicopter, and he gets dipped into water, and then he comes up, and there's a rubber shark on his leg, and he uses a bat shark repellent from his utility belt to get rid of. He sprays it in the face, and it lets go of his leg. There's a part where he has a giant, comically large round black bomb with a fuse, and he's on his pier, and he's running trying to throw it away. And everywhere he runs, there's something more adorable in the way of where he wants to throw this bomb. So he'll run, and there's a lady in a stroller at the end. And he's like, fuck! And he turns around, and he goes to throw it off the other side of the pier, and there's two lovers kissing in a rowboat. And he's like, shit! And he runs to the other side, and then there's just a family of ducks. Like, when he's like, like, it's legitimately funny.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
It's like legitimately, it's cartoony, but fucking funny.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, super funny. Anyway, Dan.
So, my choice
Most
for
metal.
invasive insect
Uh-huh.
is the red imported fire ant.
Yes, good
Nice.
choice.
So, fire ants, some forms, species of fire ants are native to the U.S.
Yes.
But this one came from somewhere else, and it's far more aggressive. Their stings cause what essentially is a chemical burn under your skin.
Mm-hmm.
The estimated cost is $5 billion annually in medical treatments for stings, because it turns out 30 to 60% of all people living in infested areas will be stung at least once in their lifetime.
Yeah.
So
I've been stung by fire ants.
they're just fucking everywhere
Yeah.
and just bad as shit.
And they swarm fucking fast.
Yeah.
Like they get on you and then they fucking go for it. Like, yeah. This was actually my backup choice because it's so fucking good. Yeah. These are fucking great. Fire ants. I was a toddler living in the South some fucking where, with my family, and I was kicking at a big dirt clump on the ground, like it was a big mound, and then it was just full of fire ants, and they fucking covered me as like a toddler, and my mom like had to basically not enough money to go to a hospital. So I think she I don't know, whatever, like holistic shit, like vinegar bath or something.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, it was like
Stung like hell.
I was like stung all the fuck over, like real fucking bad. It can give people like, anaphylactic shock if they're
Yeah.
they're fucking gnarly. They can also survive floods. It's one of the few ants that do this, but what they do is they clump together. They all cling to each other and make a floating raft out of their own bodies.
Wow.
Which, by the way, if you're ever in a flood in the South, and how about you're swimming and then you hit that, you just hit a fucking fire ant mound in the water. Just fucking like, how did it get worse? You're swimming through like just sewage and tumbling cars, and then
all of your furniture and shit.
Yeah, and then you just hit power lines, and then you just hit a fucking fire ant fucking patty.
Yeah.
Like that sucks.
Yeah, it does suck.
God damn. Yeah, dude, they're fucking gnarly. They're real fucking gnarly.
Fire ants, they're not in Oregon yet.
Yeah.
They've been migrating north steadily, but
Yes.
They haven't got here yet.
Yeah. Fucking badass. Fuck, man. Fire ants
Still
are...
a lot of Oregon to go too once they hit here.
That's true.
You got to crawl through the whole state.
They got to go through the whole state.
Yeah. Man,
And,
they would fuck some shit up for sure. There's a lot of stuff out here I feel like wouldn't stand it, like slugs and shit. Anyway,
Oh yeah, they kill everything.
fucking anyway. Those are our choices, guys. I did the Asian hornet. Diddly, 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 wee. You chose the fire ant.
Yeah, there's no tune.
Fire
Fire ant.
We are fire ants. Dun, 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 dun.
Bing, bing, bong, bing. Fire ant.
Dude, you got stung to death. Fire ants.
Can you heal me now?
Oh, fuck. Those are our choices. We're going to put them up on Instagram stories and sometime this week. You guys vote. Let us know which one's the most metal invasive insect species. Dan, did you have a backup? My only backup was the tiger mosquito.
Yeah, that's the one I had.
Cool. That was the only one I had too. I don't even like. That's like an African mosquito that's loose, and it actually is. American mosquitoes don't really spread diseases quite the same way, and these can totally spread
Oh yeah.
dengue fever and encephalitis and Zika. and so they're loose in the south, all over Texas and Florida. I want to say.
Yeah.
I believe was right. And so they got released here, and they're really aggressive and spreading. So luckily for us, the Earth isn't slowly heating up, and thereby moving their natural territory. And anyway, so Ebola and malaria any day now spreading, but it'll be in the south. So
Yeah.
you know. There we go. But that was like the only other one I saw that I really enjoyed.
Yeah.
That I really loved. You know.
I really loved it. Yeah,
Tiger mosquito also would be a cool military unit nickname.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
The fighting tiger mosquitoes.
I like it.
Yeah.
I'm in.
The one I wanted to be an invasive species but was not were army ants.
Yeah.
But they're just like move around a lot, but they're not like.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're kind of from everywhere, so you can't really say because they don't actually make a hive.
Yeah.
They just cruise around and butcher everything in their path.
Yeah. They're fucking army ants are fucking brutal. I was hoping locusts
Yeah,
would be on the list, but they're not invasive. They're pretty much staying put.
Yeah, I was hoping bullet ants would be on the list.
Bullet ants.
Bullet ants are gnarly.
Yeah. Those are fucking gnarly. Yep. But luckily for us, this one was like actually a weird one because I was hoping it'd be a little more devastating and fucked up. But a lot of it was just like, oh, lost a lot of peaches this year
yeah. Woof.
because of the flying fart beetle or whatever. And you're like, who gives a fuck?
There was that one. Did you see the one with the fly? With like the super brightly colored fly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That the only reason it's dangerous is because it just secretes this gross slime.
Yeah, they call it honeysuckle or honey drops or something.
Yeah,
like,
but it's just like does not sound like a honey drop.
no.
Oh, it actually is apparently like sweet smelling, so it attracts other creatures and rot and shit.
Yeah, but it like rains down and
Yeah.
like blech,
yeah, it sounds
of
fucking gross.
bug spit. Yeah, stink bugs are big in the South and in Georgia and stuff. They eat a lot of fruit, especially anything with stone fruit, like your peaches and nectarines and things. But again, that's like that's not very metal.
That's not metal.
Although stink bug, pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, I mean they
Stink
look
bug
cool.
is a nickname of a guy in the the tiger mosquitoes.
Yeah,
Stink bug, you're on KP duty again, motherfucker! Damn it, Shazam! Stink bug, God, that's it. You're cleaning the latrine.
you're on you go dig another toilet.
Shazam!
That stink bug's fucking.
Yeah, that's his
catchphrase.
That's his catchphrase.
Shazam!
Shazam!
He's just hoping that one time he says it and he actually turns into Shazam.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's just what he's gonna say as he like Full Metal Jackets it and starts like blowing away people, blows away the drill sergeant in the fucking toilet one day. Shazam! Stink bug, what you doing up? God damn it!
Yeah.
Well, that was most metal invasive insect species. I think that's going to bring us to the polls. Yeah. All right, everybody, this is where producer Randy
Yep.
will tell us the winners of last week's most metal fucking showdown. The showdown hoedown.
Yeah.
Randy, what were the topics and what the fuck happened?
Well, I'll tell you what the topics were.
Hell yeah.
So,
And you're going to do it right now. He's not stalling in any way.
not even a little.
I don't know why.
So,
Okay.
we recorded and released last week, episode 90.
Mm-hmm.
And we had two topics. The first was invasive animal species,
Uh-huh.
and then most metal DEA patch.
That's right.
Oh, right.
So we didn't give listeners a whole lot of time to vote on this,
That's
but
true.
we did have pretty sufficient votes for me to basically call it.
Mhm.
You know, these are good. So for the first topic, most metal invasive species, I don't have a percentage because it's not over yet, and I haven't calculated it, and
okay.
I'm bad at math. So,
Oh, here we go. Math Major Dan. Math Major Dan!
I'm just going to say who won,
Okay.
with a lot more votes than the other,
Okay.
was cats.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
I chose a pretty metal picture of a cat, though.
You did.
But
You
cats
definitely
quite-
swung it. I mean, the
You chose
picture
a
of
very cute picture of a rabbit.
you
But
chose
the
a
rabbit has like pretty severe guy liner on, and
I think you should have picked a picture of the rabbit from Monty Python and the Holy Grail,
but that one's
with the blood on its muzzle.
oh yeah, maybe I should have. I don't know. Well, whatever. It doesn't matter. But cats, I'll fucking totally take it. Cats are
Yeah.
fucking metal as shit.
Cats are
Ultimate apex
vicious,
predator.
Yeah, super pound for pound the greatest.
Also,
dangerous predator.
they're the only animal that will beg for something incessantly, and then when they get it, treat you like a dickhead.
Yeah.
Okay, did the math. It was 76% of the votes.
Oh, there we go.
Yep.
Nice.
And let me do the math again on this. Just to double
76%.
check.
Also, how full one of the twin towers would be
be.
full of jizz
If
after 1 year of
1 year of jerking
American output.
off. Yeah, American jizz output.
Oh, you haven't done world output.
Oh no, that's so much more.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying. I mean, that's where that joke could go.
Yeah. I mean, those numbers are
If
those numbers are staggering.
You make it a speech. You're like, if the world, if we just got rid of borders, just think, if we just were living as one people, one human race, like under one banner, as human beings, 400 million gallons of semen a year.
Dude, honestly,
That's
it's
enough to
probably
make
close.
a bridge of dried semen from here to the moon.
Well, so it's 3.
One long string. Sorry.
It's 3.2 million gallons just for 100 million people.
Right.
There's I think there's 4 billion. 7. Well, I'm just thinking people that can jizz.
Oh, right. You're right. Okay,
So
right.
3.5 billion.
Okay.
So that is 35 times the 3 gallons, which comes out to be something like
35 times 3, right?
35 times 3, which is 200 and it would be around 200 118 million gallons of jizz per year, which honestly is such a staggering amount. Like in order to figure out what that would be like, I'd have to look at one of the Great Lakes. Like, how many gallons of water is in Lake Erie?
I'm looking that fucking up.
Oh,
I don't even know if you're going to be able to find it, but
fuck.
I'm sure somebody's
The
thought about
volume of Lake Pontchartrain or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, fuck. See, this is why people tune into What's More Metal. They want these facts.
it. They want these facts.
They want
These
these
facts
numbers.
they can never forget.
Yeah.
And that's only if everybody in the world only jerks off once a week.
Yeah.
Dude, if it comes out, if it's more than that, like if it's like, because that comes out to 24 million gallons per year just in America.
I love the concept of if someone just randomly are like, oh yeah, your Grand Canyon could hold to its top like 111 million gallons of water. You're like, oh wow, that's the amount of jizz the Earth puts out in a year. Then they'd be like, whoa, just
Whoa,
like,
what?
I mean, whoops. Like, you would just have that in the holster. That sweet little factoid. Ugh, my God.
That's a
You
lot
would literally ejaculate that fact
Yeah.
into a conversation.
That is a lot of crispy socks.
That is
That's what that
fuck.
is.
That is so funny. Okay. God. Did we do Most Metal DA patch yet? Or
No.
sorry, Randy got sidetracked into finding the volume of
Trying to find a volume of Lake Erie.
And real quick, the Great Lakes contain 21% of the world's surface fresh water, which comes out to 6 quadrillion gallons.
Yeah, you'd have
it's
to
not
do
even
one
close.
lake. Yeah, you'd have to do one lake. It'd have to be a much smaller lake. Like a
Yeah.
like a Lake Titicaca.
That's a good one to pick. I was gonna, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, what was the other one, Randy?
All right, so for the most metal DEA patch with 65% of the votes was the ecstasy units.
Oh, good choice. Yeah.
Yep. I just like the fact that he's carrying a pacifier.
Yeah.
That's what sold me on it. Like, sure, it's a Grim Reaper and a rave, but that's not weird. It's the fact that a skeleton's carrying a pacifier.
Right, exactly.
That's fucking weird.
Ugh,
So,
that's,
yeah.
yeah, that's fucking. That one definitely. It's the other one because it was just dangerous drugs. I think it's a little too
vague.
Too vague. It's not specific enough. But that's a clean sweep from Dan Weber on this one. By the way, everybody, well done.
I picked him right this time.
Hold on, I'm doing. So Lake Titicaca's
235.9 trillion gallons.
Oh, is that really?
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah, it's still way too big.
Yeah. Damn it. All right, we got to find this lake, guys. We
I'm
got to
working
find
on
a
it.
lake.
We got to find the world jizz lake. Don't worry about it now. We'll do it. Whatever.
I'm doing it. Keep going. Keep going.
I'll do it.
Well, whatever.
Don't you worry, I'll do it.
We didn't really pick a most metal, least metal this week. I don't think. Not really. I mean, there's a couple to choose from. Bolsonaro out of Brazil is fucking burning the rainforest. The Earth's lungs. And so fuck that dude with a railroad spike.
Yeah.
In the eye. That dude sucks. Trump always perpetually,
Always
frankly.
and forever.
But this last week, in talking shit about California emission standards and miles per gallon, which kind of do set the standard for the rest of the country because they buy the most cars. Talked fondly of Henry Ford, notorious anti-Semite.
Yeah.
Like the only other thing besides cars he's known for is being a humongous anti-Semite.
Yeah, huge piece of shit.
Giant hunk of shit. Henry Ford is quoted in Mein Kampf. That's literally.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's literally like in Mein Kampf. He's like, I love this Henry Ford guy. Like he's like the only dude, and he quotes Henry Ford about Jews, I believe.
Yeah.
If I have the quote right. So, hey, all right, great job. I'm sure it was totally an accident, but
I'm gonna throw a curveball at you guys right now.
okay, here we go.
And I'm gonna give you guys the most metal listener of the week.
Oh shit, let's do this.
Because
fuck yeah.
I pulled up the polls and there was a little message sitting in our Instagram.
Oh,
All right. And this comes from listener Tedacious.
okay, awesome.
All right.
Yeah, Ted.
And he sent us a message, and it reads, "Yo, guys, I'm in Ecuador right now and thought you might dig this. There are two bugs in the jungle that are pretty metal, tarantula wasps and millipedes.
Yeah.
The millipedes actually produce cyanide and can spit it on you, and if you get it in your mouth, eyes, or in an open cut, you will die painfully.
Yeah.
Tarantula wasps have massive stingers and lay their eggs inside of tarantulas, effectively zombifying them until the larvae pupate and then burst out of the spider, devouring them along the way. Just thought you guys might dig it. Keep up the good work."
Awesome.
Fuck yeah.
And he sent us a picture of the millipede that he
Ugh.
was standing over.
Those are fucking gross.
Yeah,
dude.
never.
So
God damn it. There's something about too many legs that's
Yeah.
just really like it's wired deep in our brain stems of our genetic memory of like too many legs. Fuck that thing. 4 is the maximum you can have of legs.
Dude, yeah.
Fuck you.
Even 6 is
Yeah.
creepy.
Yeah, no, 6
We
is
don't
fucking
like things with 6 or more.
Yeah.
Fucking gross.
No, yeah, if somebody had 5 would be the ultimate. like no, that's not even the right amount. I guess a starfish, but those are arms. Let's get
Yeah.
real.
yeah,
They're
And
not
5
cheap.
arms is fine.
it's fine. It's fine. It's
But
one
yeah,
more than a dog.
I love that is like that's just wired into our double. But
Yeah.
yes, thank you, Tedacious. Man, that rules. That is super awesome.
Super fucking cool. Thank you for that.
Definitely hit us up online, man. Like
Yeah.
that, like everybody. Like
Leave us a message.
let us know if
If
However
I see
you
shit,
can.
I will read it out. Surprisingly.
yeah. You'd be surprised how often we get some of these topic ideas from listeners
Yeah.
and stuff,
Yeah.
just messaging us randomly, and that's awesome. Definitely,
Yeah.
like, be a part of it. If you have a cool idea, send it our way. And we probably should. Have we done most metal insect before? Like in general, I don't know if
don't
we
think
have.
we
I
have.
Because definitely the tarantula wasp is up there.
I thought we did.
We may have. I'll take a look.
oh,
For
whatever.
The
I'll have to look it up, but I think I. Yeah,
I
don't know.
feel like I might have done the shit beetle, the one that like
Yeah.
rolls up a big ball of turd.
A
Yeah.
dung beetle.
Dung beetle.
Yeah.
Well, just I'm sorry. I don't want to be polite about it. Fucking Catholic grandma over here. Dung. Who says dung? Nobody. It's a shit beetle.
It's a shit beetle.
Yeah. It's a
It's
turd
a
bug.
shit life.
It's a turd bug. It's It's the African turd bug, and I love the turd bug. It's so fucking great. But they just roll up balls of shit. You're down on the totem pole of life. You know what I mean? Like on the great list on how like on the you got to know it. Where you're rolling up a ball of turd to eat later, you're like, huh. I don't know that I'm the king of anything.
Yeah. I think I'm low man on this totem pole.
Yeah, for sure. You're like, huh. Is there a better job for a beetle? There's got to be, right?
All of them. All of the other jobs.
I'm the only guy here licking my lips and rubbing my hands together, looking at a camel's asshole. Besides that fly. Okay, maybe the fly, me and the fly.
You and the fly.
I'm above flies. I will say that. As a Duke bug, I'm above the fly because they just eat it off the ground like monsters.
Yeah. They don't roll it up first.
They don't make a delightful orb out of it and take it back to their apartment. That's me.
We have not done insects.
Oh, nice.
Oh, well then
Fuck yeah.
that's coming up then.
Yeah, that'll definitely come up then. That's amazing.
Should we split it up?
That's a great one. Maybe we'll do domestic and international.
Or just flying and fucking other?
Flying and crawling. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how we want to well, definitely want to separate arachnids from fucking
Yeah, 'cause those aren't insects.
Yeah, so that's important. I don't know. Yeah, we'll have to figure it out, but I think that'd be a really great choice. Oh, and then this week I think we want to continue with this this thing we want to do is giving a shout out to the most metal charity of the week.
Yeah.
Kind of do a little something positive. It can't all be jizz and turds, you know? Like so I think we're going to shout out Planned Parenthood.
Yeah.
You guys the Planned Parenthood is they're having a lot of trouble with funding because there's a right-wing madman in the White House and
many of them.
And so it's important. I think right now is a really important time to give money or your time. If you can't give money, there's people just trying to go get an abortion or something on a Saturday on a weekend, and like they're getting spit on and stuff by the loving people of God, and so you could just be there. You could just be there and support them when they do that. Also, 1 in 4 people in America has an STD. So when they defund places like Planned Parenthood, they're like, it's a real fucking. They're literally causing real like number crunching problems. In the world. Like it's somebody they're making a wedge issue out of something that shouldn't fucking be, and it's causing real fucking health problems around the that don't fucking we're one of the richest countries in the world, and people are are just walking around with STDs and shit.
Yeah.
When they it's fucked up.
So Planned Parenthood is very commonly known as where ladies go to get abortions. Right?
Yes.
Now, just to reiterate your point and just do a few more things, if you think that is that's the only thing they do, that's incredibly wrong.
Oh, yeah.
They do STD and HIV testing and treatment, birth control, screening for reproductive cancers like breast, cervical, testicular, and prostate, Pap tests and well women exams, vaccines, PrEP and PEP to prevent HIV, pregnancy services and prenatal care, transgender health services, including hormone replacement therapy, vasectomy and other sterilization services, condoms, and many more.
If you want to go to an emergency room when you have a problem with your dick, that's the world you want to live in, where you want to wait in an emergency room
for 6 hours.
For 6 to 8 hours because you're fucking,
because your dick's on fire.
Because your dick's on fire, or there's a rash that's real fucking concerning.
Yeah.
That's the world you're inventing right now. Like that's the horrifying, shitty fucking world you're gonna fucking invent, where you're fucking like when you could have something much more affordable and much better, like we do. We have access to this thing.
Yeah.
And in lieu of until we get universal health care, I don't know. It's a place where there's a treatment for a very real fucking epidemic level fucking problem in the United States, like with STDs, STIs. So
and also take advantage of the vasectomy shit, because if you don't want kids, there's no reason to not get a vasectomy. Save up, get it. It's absolutely fucking worth just like just knowing that you can't have a kid, like
Right.
you can't get somebody pregnant
Yeah.
on accident.
Yeah.
That you will, if you don't have a vasectomy, you have no idea how much that weighs on your mind until it can't happen anymore.
Yeah.
And you're
Right.
like, oh, like I don't have to care at
Yeah.
all. It doesn't matter whatsoever. It's like almost 100% effective.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
if you are somebody who doesn't believe in abortion and you have a kid that's not necessarily planned for, they have parenting shit too. Help you learn how to breastfeed, help you learn how to parent, nutrition, insurance, government programs. There's a lot that Planned
Yeah,
Parenthood
they
does.
do a lot of stuff. And they murder fetuses, which is tight as shit.
But if you, I don't know. If you don't believe in abortion, like, I don't know. Yeah, but like, I don't know how it jives with your small government idea, where you have the government step in and tell you between you and your doctor and tell you what kind of fucking procedures you can have. But
Right.
whatever. That's. But as Dan says, people of that ilk are quite fine with hypocrisy. They're quite at ease.
Yeah, whenever I see arguments on Facebook all the time, like, this is so hypocritical. Like, yeah, they know. They don't give a shit. Like, that's a non-starter of an argument. You can't just call them out and be like, hey, man, this doesn't make sense. Of course it doesn't. They worship a sky wizard. Like, what else does it matter at that point?
Yeah. Anyway, sorry. But to keep it on the positive tip, definitely give your money, your time, do what you can, and because it's a really great fucking charity, and it really helps people. It
Really great resource. Yeah.
really, really helps a lot of people. It's a real thing that helps a ton of people. So.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think with that, we'll bring us to the final Ride the Lightning round. Yeah. All right, everybody. This is the Ride the Lightning round. This is where producer Randall
That's me.
goes on Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
You're there. You're fine.
I'm doing it.
We're doing it.
We're doing it. We're
doing
powering
I'm
through.
here.
Good Lord.
What am I doing?
You go on Wikipedia.
Uh-huh.
Wikipedia.
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 Waikiki.
Waikiki Poodia.
Wapudia. Wapootie.
The most,
We go to Wapootie,
as we call it.
as we call it. That's what I call it.
That's the cutest thing I've ever heard you say.
Yeah.
Waipootie.
Wapootie.
That does sound like an app.
Yeah.
Oh, you should just Waipootie it.
Yeah. Oh, you don't know?
Yeah.
Get on Wapootie. Find out.
You don't get mail order diapers on a monthly subscription basis from Waipoodia?
What's
From
wrong with
Waipootie? Whatever. It's always a monthly subscription, whatever. You don't have a monthly subscription for bologna like the rest of us? For sandwich meats?
Bologna of the Month Club?
Yeah, you don't have that? Wikipedia. It's Waipootie.
Wapootie.
I go on Waipootie, I pick out what meats I want, and then once a month they send me. That's what we're brought to you by Waipootie.
Yeah.
Waipootie's the only app
Where you can subscribe to lunch meat.
where you subscribe to different lunch meats.
And once a week,
Yeah.
it'll show up on your doorstep.
Yeah.
Room temperature, so you might be careful.
It's vacuum sealed.
It's
Vacuum
extremely
sealed, but
parasitic.
come on.
Vacuum sealed. Ammonia dipped.
Yeah.
These cannot grow. No bacteria can ever grow on these. They're. And then you put And then every, because I'm always like,
And then
are you
you
tired of
Waipootie
going
it
to
in
the
your mouth.
store? You're tired of going. You got to get in your car. You got to
Yeah.
drive to the store. You got to go to that aisle.
Who
look
needs
through.
it?
Yeah, that's just like I know. I want to put a gun in my mouth instead of a delicious sandwich.
Yeah.
That's what happens when I go. And then, but luckily for us, the good people at Waipootie have done all the work for you.
Yeah. You could subscribe to your lunch meat,
You answer
your mayonnaise,
You answer a small 500-page questionnaire.
and it matches you with your optimal lunch meat, bread, and mayo combination.
They're meat mathematicians. They're meat magicians.
Meatomaticians.
The specialists will go and they will select the perfect size meats for you.
Yeah. You give them your astrological sign and birth date and place. They
And
do-
credit card number.
And your credit card number and social security number
And
and date of birth.
if at any point you're not happy, They
That's
will
too damn bad.
simply answer another 500 question 500 paid survey.
As why you're a coward and want to quit. Why are you a quitter?
Yeah. And then tag 600 more friends.
Yeah.
And why Pootie will simply stop sending you meat. Why Pootie?
Why Pootie?
Why not?
Why?
That's what I say.
Yeah.
Why go anywhere else?
Why? Pootie it in your mouth. All right. What do we got on Wikipedia?
Yeah. So
Jesus
anyway,
Christ.
producer Randy goes on Wikipedia 2 times, picks 2 different topics on the random button, and then Dan and I are multi-dimensional hive mind,
Yeah.
elder brain knowledge. Will
Yeah.
know immediately anything he pulls up.
Yeah.
We'll have full knowledge of those things, and between the 2 topics, we'll decide which are the most metal.
Well, we usually just determine what's the most metal thing about it.
Right.
Yeah. So
Yes.
both things. We're just like, this is the most metal thing, or whatever.
Yes.
So
I guess that's true. I guess between the 2. Yeah, well, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Randy, what are our 2 fucking topics?
The first one is Edward Norman.
Oh man.
Oh, boy. Old 2 names.
Old 2 names, China hands. Eddie Norm.
Eddie Norman's
Okay, and the other topic choice.
Black Knight.
Black Knight. With
Wow.
a K
With
or
an
an
N. With an N.
With an N. Black Knight.
Black Knight.
Okay. Okay. So Edward Norman,
Yeah.
of course, played the Asian Hornet in the 1956 serialized television program, The Asian Hornet.
Yeah.
Edward Norman, of course, Polish by descent.
Yeah.
No Asian descent at all, but
No.
thanks to 2 pieces of Scotch tape and some brown paint, he was able to play an incredibly racist stereotype of Mulan Fong,
Yeah.
the Asian Hornet.
Little known fact, Buddy Hackett's impression of an Asian man is based off of Edward Norman's rendition.
Yeah, the Edward Norman actually completely would just improvise horrible stereotypes that came to plague people. Like he was like, "Oh, is that a bicycle? Delicious! I eat those." And like you're like, "What? Do Asian people eat bikes?" And then that just became a thing in the
They're giving
50s.
him- yeah.
Everybody's like, "Oh, Asian people eat bicycles." That was a thing that happened.
And Italians have rubber bones.
Yeah, and Italians have rubber bones was a later thing when he, the Pied Pizza Piper was one of his villains that he fought. Edward Norman is the Asian Hornet.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I lost Randy at Asians eat bicycles. I'm
He has
sorry you
no
don't know
idea.
history.
He doesn't know. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Edward 2 names Norman. Of course, was a member of
Yeah.
the old China Hands
His
division.
his catchphrase was, "You want to catch these old China hands?" When he wanted to fight somebody.
Yeah, we're canceled. We're canceled. as fuck.
Wow.
The
Yeah.
Asian Hornet. Edward 2 names Norman.
91 episodes. We made a good.
We
had a
did
good
all
run.
right.
had a
We
good
did
Did
run.
all
okay.
right. All right.
God,
So
I hope we don't lose our
we were due.
Waiputi sponsorship.
Yeah, we definitely don't
I don't
want
want
to
to lose my Waiputi sponsorship.
Yeah, man. How else am I going to get my Limburger
Yeah,
monthly
our liverwurst
liverwurst?
delivery. Dan, what was your choice for?
Oh, I'm going to go with Black Knight.
Oh, okay. And why? Why is that, Dan?
I mean, pretty obvious. It's the name of a little-known tarot card,
Okay.
the Black Knight.
Uh-huh.
Normally decks don't come with it. Like it usually
Okay.
only very specialized decks come with it. because if you draw that card, you are 100% going to die in a week.
Oh shit.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, that's
so
a bad
it's the
one.
ring of tarot cards.
Yeah, it's like the ring of tarot cards. Most artists were afraid because every artist that paints it dies
Oh yeah.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
after
yeah.
looking at it. So
Yeah.
you can't. Like it's pretty rare.
Right.
And if you find it, too late. Like
Yeah.
you can't. If you know it's in the deck, you're already fucking dead.
Yeah.
So, just a legend, really.
Yeah.
It's like the Slender Man of tarot card decks.
Okay.
That's crazy. I've heard that. I've heard if you fold up the Black Knight card just right, it says "Tits of America." It takes some pretty good folding to get it to say it.
Yeah, you can make the head on it look like the head of a penis.
Oh yeah, for sure. If you fold it up in the middle,
Which makes your final days kind of delightful.
yeah, it's a good. If you do draw that,
Little
it is the one small solace you get
Yeah.
before you're horribly killed. You're like, hey, look, it's a boner. Anyway, I'm gonna make a will. Well, I think that's been the episode.
You want me to tell you what you were talking about?
Yeah, actually,
Okay.
thank you.
You're
I
welcome.
always forget this.
So Black Knight is a 1951 blues song by Charles Brown.
Oh, okay.
All right.
And
Chuck, two names Brown.
right. And
I'm surprised it wasn't Brown Knight.
The Brown Knight.
Brown Knight.
Chuck Brown.
Eddie Two Names Norm, otherwise known as Sir Edward Kinsella Norman, was a New Zealand Anglican bishop.
Ah.
Duh. Loser.
God, how do you get a fucking Wikipedia page when you're just an Anglican bishop?
I don't know.
It's Wikipedia.
There's a Wikipedia for damn near
probably-
everybody.
Okay. He's an Anglican bishop. That means he can only move diagonally. I'm an idiot. Everybody, thank you for tuning in to What's More Metal.
That's the dumbest joke you've ever made. I
Yay,
love
thank
it.
you. And episode 91. Thanks for tuning in to episode 91. This has been fucking fun. We make sure you guys like and subscribe to the podcast. Tell a fucking friend. Let us know when you listen to it.
Yeah.
Hit us up online. Fucking just whatever. Dan, do you know where you're gonna be this next week? Where people might be able to catch you coming up? That would be the week of the 25th through the 31st.
All right, let me look at that
The current week.
The current weeks I already have. Yeah.
You can catch me as always on the Cool Kids Patio show. Thursday the 29th. It's going to be a fucking good one. Hopefully DJ Dina B will be back. She's going to be missing this last one that already happened. And so that's going to be a bummer, but it's going to be a fun episode. It's going to be a fun show. I'm there every week 6 p.m. Doug Fur out on the patio. It's free. It's just going to have Jake Silverman, Kate Murphy, Dylan Carlino, and Shane Brendan. It's going to be a fire show.
That's a great show.
Yeah. And of course DJ Dina B.
Yeah.
Playing some of my favorite jams from the 90s.
Nice.
I always end up requesting Too Close by Next because it's one of the only songs about dance boners that you're going to find. Dan, where are you going to be?
I'm going to be on Tuesday at 6 p.m. I'm going to be at a benefit fundraiser for Bonds Over Borders. They're raise money to pay the bond for people who have been arrested while crossing.
Oh, okay.
and trying to
Awesome.
immigrate.
Very cool.
So they get them out of jail.
Oh, we'll have to do a shout out for them next week.
Yeah.
then.
So that's where. Yeah, I'm doing that on Tuesday. I'm doing it with Adam Posse, Karina Lucas, Quinn Salome,
Mhm.
and there's one other person, but
Yeah.
I think that might just be the four of us.
Anyway, but that's awesome. That'd be
rad.
great. Make sure
And
you go do that.
It's a 3-hour show. There's a bunch of music and shit. It's like a real.
Oh,
it's
well,
a
then
real
that'd be fucking
to-do.
awesome. Yeah. Well, that's a fucking simple way you could support something in the community and do something nice. So I think that's a fucking great idea.
I think
Definitely.
tickets are like $20. So
Yeah, fucking perfect. All right. Well, cool. Thanks, you guys, so much for joining us. We're going to be, just fucking out here doing our thing. I don't know
Yeah.
where I fucking wanted to go. But anyway, fucking thank you guys so much for tuning in. This is fucking awesome. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Remember, Wapooty, get yourself some sliced meat, for God's sakes. And, I don't know, punch a Nazi and hail Satan.
Hail
Hail
Satan.
Satan.